Please be seated. It's a loud mic. Good afternoon and welcome. I'm Laura Nelson, and I serve here as the Associate Dean and Director of Academic Affairs at the college. It is an absolute pleasure to be with you here in the iconic Reynolds Coliseum. I think doing about the coolest thing in this space that's happened since about March, by my count. Go Pack. For all of us who have spent the last few hours answering a few more emails or thinking about parking or dinner or meeting family or finding all the fancy bits of our outfits, let's take a second to really drink in this moment. Take a breath. Look around. This is also a really nice moment to make sure your phone is on silent. Thank you. This afternoon, we are here to celebrate the accomplishments of the Veterinary and Comparative Biomedical Sciences class of 2024. Though we'll be formally inducting our veterinary graduates into the profession and awarding all of our graduates their doctoral hoods this afternoon, they will receive their diplomas at tomorrow's commencement ceremony at PNC Arena. I'm going to call them doctors anyway, and I encourage you to do the same. That's right. I agree completely, they earned it. I'd like to acknowledge some of the people joining us today, including the resplendently dressed people with me on the stage. So if you would, please stand as I introduce you. Dr. Catherine Muirs, the 5th Dean of the College of Veterinary Medicine and Distinguished Professor in Comparative Medicine. Dr. Matt Gerard, Teaching Professor of Anatomy in the Department of Molecular Biomedical Sciences. Yeah, he's kind of a big deal here. Dr. Marguerite Gleason, President of the North Carolina Veterinary Medical Association and veterinarian at Hambret Animal Hospital. Dr. Karen Harrell, Assistant Clinical Professor of Internal Medicine in the Department of Clinical Scientists and also Intern Director. Dr. Devorah Mark Stowe, Associate Clinical Professor of Clinical Pathology in the Department of Population Health and Pathobiology. Dr. Joshua Stern, Associate Dean of Research and Professor of Cardiology. And Dr. Lisa Posner, Assistant Dean of Student Development and Professor of Anesthesiology. It's a good crowd to be up here with. Thank you so much. Next, I'd like to acknowledge and welcome the CVM faculty and staff here with us this afternoon. Anybody who's here before in the audience or around, please go ahead and stand to be recognized. So if we would all stand up. You guys stand up too? Thank you so much. To my newest veterinary colleagues and to those receiving their PhDs, you are here today in part because of your hard work and the efforts of your teachers and advisors, but you would not be here without the support of the mentors, family, friends, and loved ones who believed in you when these degrees were only a dream and stayed with you through all of the ups and downs of the last few years. And there have definitely been some ups and downs. We're so glad that many of these friends, family, mentors, and loved ones are with us tonight or joining the live stream. Thank you for supporting these graduates in front of us. Graduates, can you please stand and give a round of applause for your loved ones today? All right. Thanks all for being here. I know many of you traveled a long way. Finally, welcome and congratulations to you, class of 2024. Your journey is unlike any class we've ever had. Most of you started your training in 2020, working in groups of 25, watching Zoom lectures, and queuing up in the Commons for on-site COVID testing. Remember that? That's right. We all swabbed our noses together. You were the first class to experience a largely pass-fail curriculum and can take credit for helping to make that change permanent for future classes. It's a big deal. Thank you for that. As you proceeded through your years here, you more than persevered. You supported one another, welcomed new members to your class, and really hit your clinical year out of the ballpark. I am so proud of you. We are so proud of you. For our CBS graduates, I'd like to extend the same congratulations and recognition. You did it even though you were taking shifts in the lab, being mentored on Zoom. You did it while managing the stress of a pandemic while navigating graduate school. Even so, you got it done and then some. We're proud of you and we'll be referencing you as one of ours for the rest of your careers. We honor you too this evening. Joshua Stern, Associate Dean of Research, will now recognize this year's graduate students with assistance from their faculty advisors. As your graduate's name is called, please feel free to cheer loud and take a picture. Thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Nelson. Good afternoon, everyone. It's such an honor to present the Comparative Biomedical Sciences class of 2024 today. Graduate education is at the heart of NC State's mission, and the College of Veterinary Medicine's Comparative Biomedical Sciences program is a true testament to that mission. The students receiving their PhDs today have spent years working alongside world-leading faculty and clinicians conducting solution-driven research that defines the interconnections between animal and human health. From cell biology, immunology, neurosciences, and infectious diseases, to pathology, pharmacology, cardiology, and public health, we're proud to send our graduates into the world to solve today's most pressing health challenges. Our CBS program is designed to prepare students for competitive careers at academic institutions, government postings, nonprofit agencies, and private industry. Graduates, you're joining an elite group of scientists throughout the world and in the company of comparative biomedical science graduates at the FDA, the NIH, West Point, the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission, and many leading medical and veterinary institutions, to name a few. In fact, we have 2 DVM PhD graduates from our combined degree program here today who are heading off to begin prestigious fellowships. Grayson Walker with the USDA's National Bio and Agro Defense Facility. Grayson was mentored by Luke Borst and Mitsu Soyamoto. And Annie Wang, recipient of an F30 fellowship with the CDC. Annie was mentored by Dr. Christina Lanzis. As you see in your program books, we congratulate all 14 scientists of our CBS class of 2024. Although not all are in physical attendance today, as many have already begun their journey shaping the world through life-changing research, it's my pleasure to now welcome to the stage the next generation of comparative biomedical scientists. Each of you are well equipped to serve the global community. As I call your name, please come forward to receive your doctoral hoods bestowed by your chosen faculty mentors. Ankita Gupta, hooded by Dr. Santosh Mishra. Ankita completed her dissertation on the role of Artemin GFR-A3 in osteoarthritis-associated pain, and she'll begin her 4th year of the DVM program this August. She plans to become a clinician scientist and small animal surgeon. Congratulations, Dr. Gupta. Tyler J.M. Jordan, hooded by Dr. Petra Bizikova. Tyler completed his dissertation on investigations in comparative animal models of inflammatory and autoimmune skin disease. He's now an assistant professor of dermatology at the UC Davis School of Veterinary Medicine. Congratulations, Dr. Jordan. Jessica Lynn Parzignot, hooded by Dr. Sid Thacker. Jessica completed her thesis on molecular epidemiology of gram-negative pathogens isolated from distinct broiler production systems and will pursue a position in private industry. Congratulations, Dr. Parzignot. I know I speak for all of our faculty, staff, and students when I say that we're proud to count you among our wolf pack and look forward to watching all you accomplish in the future. Please join me in celebrating the success of our CBS graduates once more. I'd now like to welcome Dr. Lisa Posner to the platform.
It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Matt Gerard. Dr. Gerard has been selected by the DVM class of 2024 to deliver the faculty address. Dr. Gerard is a teaching professor of veterinary anatomy, a board-certified large animal surgeon, and holds a PhD in equine respiratory physiology. Dr. Gerard is an outstanding veterinarian and educator. He has won the CVM Distinguished Teacher Award 3 times and was 3 times voted Clinician of the Year. Dr. Gerard is beloved by DVM students for his talents as an educator, his patience, his wit, and his incredibly cool Australian accent. In choosing Dr. Gerard to provide their faculty address, the class of 2024 has shared the following about him. And I quote, Dr. Gerard is an integral part of the CVM preclinical curriculum. One cannot think of first-year anatomy without thinking of Dr. Gerard and his impact on the education of veterinary students, which is felt long after they have left the windowless walls of the anatomy lab. His classes set the foundation for the class of 2024's veterinary education and have allowed them to develop strong and successful study habits that have served them well during their 4 years at NC State. Dr. Gerard has the unique ability to take a vast subject and condense it into material that is approachable to students. Most notably, he is able to do this with a smile and a good day. Dr. Gerard.
Okay. How's the sound? You can hear okay, yes? Very good. Thank you, Dr. Posner, and to all a warm g'day, in person and online. I believe we call this a synchronous, on-site, in-person gathering. Class of 24, that was shaded green in the old week-by-week calendar. And for the synchronous online folks, or the asynchronous, I'm going to get caught up later, folks, then shades of blue or yellow are reminiscent. Speaking of asynchronous, let me slip in a good morning to my mother. G'day, Mum, who, because of the current 3:30 a.m. Saturday morning hour in Australia, she plans to look at this in a little bit. All right, fair income class of 24, along with you, this is a wonderful celebration that I will absolutely cherish. Words don't come close to expressing what it means to me to be standing before you on behalf of CVM faculty and staff. It's a distinct privilege, and I'm deeply honoured. Thank you. It seems only yesterday that you arrived in the midst of a pandemic. From 1 week to the next, it was unclear how we would be delivering the DVM curriculum. Does the word pivot cause anyone else to shudder these days? It got really dizzying at times. Back then, fall 2020, spring 2021, grappling with anatomy. We were masked up and often not seeing each other for quite extended stretches. And with a lack of access to self-care services, at one point, I got into this state of disarray. So I started like this. 2 months later, I was looking a bit like this. But we managed our way through. Do you recall the Zoom anatomy labs when you were off campus that first month of spring semester? Live from Studio C121A, it's another riveting tour of the GI tract of ungulates. And now embedded in the goat abdomen for the last 2 months, let's go straight to Lindsay Cobb. And so it went. We got it done, and those memories will stick around. You were wonderful, accommodating, patient, understanding learners, participating to the maximum extent circumstances allowed, and doing so while never losing sight of the goal of reaching today. It struck me while crafting my comments for this culminative occasion that I could anticipate 100% attendance. What a wonderful sight this is for an 8 a.m. lecturer who's used to, say, 26 to 43% attendance. It's not like I took a head count or anything. Well, carpe diem. Given this opportunity to present to the entire class for one more go, I feel compelled to cover a section of anatomy I completely forgot about back in those masked, uncertain days. It's all good. We got it done. I know we didn't miss that much of the content, but to help me feel more assured of your graduation-ready status, would you allow a few minutes for an anatomy quiz? Thank you so much. You're very kind. Brilliant. That's called a rhetorical question, by the way. All right, question 2. True or false? Yeah, there was a question 1, but I took it away at the last minute. I thought the risk might have been just a little too great today. So we'll go with question 2. True or false? The nasopharyngeal openings of the auditory tube are in the nasopharynx of the pharynx, which is subdivided by a complete, incomplete, or not present pharyngeal septum and could have a pharyngeal recess, pharyngeal tonsil, nearby a retropharyngeal lymph node, and a pharyngeal diverticulum. And it sits above the oropharynx, in this part of the pharynx, with the aforementioned nasopharynx ending at the intrapharyngeal ostium. These two pharyngeal parts lead to the laryngopharynx, passing lateral and dorsal to the larynx to join the food pipe. Okay, which leads me to true or false. Piriform recesses, for those who like the Latin and preferred the Latin back in first year, recessus piriformis. True or false, piriform recesses are a thing. Yes? I'm not hearing it. That's great. True. It's true, everyone. True. They knew. Alrighty. I think we finished out the curriculum on a high. It's time to move into more substantive matters. So, here we go. Throw that on there. Got my hair cut. We're on our way. I feel reasonably confident that you've received no shortage of advice on how to make your way as a graduate veterinarian. There were lectures, lunch meetings, seminars, corridor chats, mentor meetings, Facebook and Instagram posts, life hacks read somewhere, and definitely something found on that, what's that app, that TikTok, all contributing to the must know. There's no doubt about it. And I think it can be overwhelming as you enter out into practice. I recently read an article in today's Veterinary Business listing 10 secrets for new DVMs. 10 secrets. Not a secret anymore. I emailed you that article yesterday. It's in your email inbox, and it's all good stuff. And this afternoon, your old first-year anatomist has nothing to add to the being a veterinarian pearls of wisdom you have received today. I think it's high time you get out there and practice your craft, and I know you're ready to do so. However, I do want to pass on a few thoughts that resonate deeply with me, and there is applicability to veterinary medicine herein. You know, my grey and balding head can be interpreted to mean I've reached an age consistent with vast intellect and wisdom. And although entirely untrue, not the age part, the wisdom and the intellect part, I'm going to leverage my outer appearance and I'm going to wax lyrical for a bit. So, one of the most recurring realizations I make is the power of connection with fellow humans, the need to connect. We are actually hardwired to connect. Our brains crave it, and it feels wonderful when we do so. Connection is the foundation of relationships, and there is definitive evidence that strong, cultivated, and nurtured relationships are the essence of a good life. Okay, fair enough. Intuitively, that makes sense. Where are you going with this, Gerard? Well, I've taken a deeper dive into the connection piece, and I recommend this title. The Power of, Super Communicators by Charles Duhigg, published literally February of this year. And thanks for the recce, Megan. Perhaps you recognize this author. Charles Duhigg also wrote The Power of Habit. Super communicators, according to Duhigg, are those folks who are able to connect meaningfully with others through superior conversation skills. Super communicators make us feel good. What are they doing so well? What causes communication to go awry and not feel good? The book is a fascinating exploration of the secret language of connection. Good conversation equals good connection. Really good connection can be thought of as neurological synchronization or neural entrainment. Put another way, when we click with someone or a group or a large audience, our brains and our physiological response become aligned and alike. And this feels good. And yes, right now, I'm wide open to risk of critique of my communication skills. So much for achieving neural entrainment this afternoon, but there you go, we have a go. Seriously though, ask yourself, when did you last walk away from an extended conversation and feel really good? Duhigg breaks down many of the conversations we have into 3 intersecting sub-conversations, and very broadly, they are, what's this really about? These are the practical decision-making conversations we have. How do we feel? The conversation piece guided by the emotions that we bring to it. And who are we? The conversation built around our place in society and our views, exploring our self-identity and how others see us. We move in and out of these 3 types of conversation. What's this all about? How do we feel? Who are we? As a dialogue unfolds, using different parts of our brain. However, very importantly, if we don't have the same kind of conversation with our partners at the same moment, we are unlikely to connect. Super communicators are so good because they detect and match the type of conversation they are in the moment. Great news. We can develop our communication skills and become super communicators. In Class of 24, throughout your DVM program, and thank you, Dr. Kredrowich, you participated in courses focused on learning and applying communication skills. It's a critical piece of our veterinary profession. By the way, anyone know what a group of communication skills is called? A group of rhinos is called a crash. I like that one. A group of communication skills. Well, there isn't a collective noun as far as I know. So I landed on a command of communication skills. A good command of communication skills, to now quote Duhigg, can lead to the right conversation at the right moment that can change everything. Here are a few key things that super communicators do well in conversation. They ask questions, lots of them. All the while they're sussing out what type of conversation are they in. They prove they are listening. How? By asking questions. Looping for understanding is the jargon these days. They are emotionally vulnerable, sharing and reciprocating deeper feelings and beliefs and enhancing the connection. And they constantly adjust how they are communicating to match their companion. So when we discuss communication, we use the word skills very, very intentionally. Cystocentesis is a skill. Repairing a fractured carapace is a skill. Taking a decent, underlined decent, right lateral radiograph of the thorax is a skill. Unbinding an egg-bound bird is a skill. Floating teeth is a skill. Anesthetizing a lion is a skill. Drawing blood from a pig is a skill. Unblocking a blocked goat and clinical reasoning require a bevy of skills. We start learning a new skill from a place of inexperience and perhaps unconscious incompetence. We master the skill through step-by-step learning, practice, reflection, and experience. We aim to become competent. And for the clinical skills of veterinary medicine, the value of doing so is inherently clear to all of us. I don't think we necessarily feel the same urge about the skills of communicating, but when we do, when we change our approach to this skill from a fixed to a growth mindset, then wow. As Duhigg states, there is no single right way to connect with other people. Sometimes we get there, sometimes we don't. What's important is wanting to connect, wanting to understand someone, wanting to have a deep conversation. Because whether we call it love or friendship or simply having a great conversation, achieving connection, authentic, meaningful connection, and by extension, cultivating relationships is the most important thing in life, period. Scratch that, period T. Any Star Wars fans out there? As the Mandalorian would say about now, this is the way. And that's my wish for you, class of 24, to experience authentic and meaningful connections, to be those super communicators, and to rock out your veterinary degree while you're at it. Time for a little poetry? Another rhetorical question. I've penned a brief poem, an ode to the class of 2024. August 2020 rolled around in good time. Excited, nervous faces peeked from behind. Masks, that is. Lectures were viewed while reclining in bed. Anatomy lab on campus, which direction to head? In cohorts of 25, that pandemic fall, our class was fragmented. We knew there were more. Then spring 21 and further contraction. Our 1/4 class became a 1/8 fraction. First year challenged, but we kept on. Year 2, and we were suddenly 100 strong. Who are you? Are you in my class? All the new faces left us aghast. The Year 2 ologies felt next level commitment. We were so worried about muscle attachments. And then third year arrived, for the most part without masks. And still we wondered, are you in my class? We began feeling like doctors, coached and guided. In retrospect, those instructors really provided. With fourth year upon us and clinic schedules set, green theatre no more, so long to our safety net. Clinical year was everything they said. Records and more records, longer nights, no time for bed. But we figured this out and made our way, learning and growing and arriving at this day. 3 cheers for graduation. It was here in a blink. What's ahead? It's exciting and nervous to think. Into the profession, we stride with relevance. We are NC State DVMs, a badge of excellence. What will be our contribution? Our purpose going forward? The first chapter's known, and more to be discovered. Wherever our path tracks, our core will be strong. Veterinary medicine for us, it's where we belong. Class of 24. This is a visceral, special and memorable occasion, one all of us in this Coliseum and those present online and in spirit are incredibly excited to witness. You're graduating with the NC State Veterinarian brand, and there is no finer brand in the world. Be a proud NC State graduate and be a proud NC State ambassador. Over the last 4 years, you have forged strong bonds, made meaningful connections, and built the foundations of a good life. Keep carrying it forward. Get out there and make a positive, indelible impact. I know you can, and I know you will. Congratulations, class of 2024. I speak on behalf of staff and faculty when I say we are enormously proud to call you our colleagues. As I look at you, if I am certain of only one thing, it is that our amazing profession of veterinary medicine is in extraordinarily good hands. All the very best. It's been an absolute pleasure. Cheers.
All right, thank you, Dr. Gerard. It is now my great pleasure to introduce the faculty chosen by the class of 2024 for placement of their doctoral hoods. I'd like to introduce Dr. Karen Harrell and Dr. Devorah Mark Stowe. Dr. Harrell is an assistant professor and a diplomat of the American College of Internal Medicine. She is an award-winning educator and a perennial class favorite. Dr. Stowe is an associate clinical professor and a diplomat of the American College of Veterinary Pathologists. Dr. Stowe teaches one of the most rigorous courses at the CVM, clinical pathology, but in spite of the difficulty, the students appreciate her dedication to them as an educator, as well as her overall kindness. Dr. Harrell and Stowe will present the doctoral hoods, and Dean Mures will now return and read the names of the class of 2024.
Thank you, Dr. Posner. Just want to remind the families this is the time that you are welcome to cheer and scream for your graduate. You've been waiting for it. Joseph Allender. Sarah Ambler. Carissa Amorello. Stephanie Anderson. Nilsa Avilas Scafidi. Samantha Badgett. Ellen Bailey Bushyager. Craig Barnett. William Benedict. Kayla Bonady. Elizabeth Browder. Shalise Brown. Matthew Browning. Kayla Cares. Jamie Calcagno. Rachel Carpenter. Cassidy Chapman. Aswini Cherkuri. Lydia Clegg. James Constantino. Samantha Cawthorn. Amanda Cox. Abby Dallas. Mary Dorr. Savannah Dunn. Emily Edmonds. Raina Eldridge. Hunter Everett. Emma Ferraro. Frank Falkowitz III. Damian Friedman. Jordan Garris. Claire Giles. Ivy Gold. Gabriela Gonzalez. Megan Gremling. Ashlyn Hennef. Benjamin Herman. Kristen Hernandez. Danielle Hicks. Abigail Hockenberry. Elise Holland. Kaylin Hughes. Emily Inkroth. Joanna Itri. Daniela Jaramillo. Ethan Jones. Jones? Hannah Jones. Hannah Jordan. Sabrina Kapp. Abby Kepley. Madison Ketchy. Hannah Latham. Jacob Levine. Cassandra Lilly. Jacob Lisher. Claire Ludwig. Simone McClooney. Juliana McHouston. Brianna Meredith. Ashley Ray Miller. Logan Moore. Victoria Newberry. Carrie O'Donnell. Jasmine Olivares. Rachel Osmers. Alexandra Pascool. Lawson Pate Pollard. Christopher Ponticello. Nia Powell. Erica Raymaker Erlandson. Amy Reeson. Kendra Reed. Safari Richardson. Tony Richardson. Natalia Rosa Padilla. Ashley Rua. Sam Shopler. Tori Simmons. Lily Smith. Peyton Smith. Alexis Souther. Brian Stallings. Dominique Stewart Moore. Sarah Swartout. Emily Tellez. Clay Tuttle. Katie Tyndall. Raisa Velez Quanteros. Joshua Wagner. Grayson Walker. Annie Wang. Hannah Welpley. Christian Williams. Derek Williams. Alex Willis. Christine Zavala. And that, ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2024.
It doesn't get a lot better than that, but we're not done yet. At this time, I'd like Dr. Marguerite Gleason, President of the North Carolina Veterinary Medical Association, to come forward to administer the veterinarian's oath. We are delighted to have Dr. Gleason here in her capacity as NCVMA President, and I am delighted to have her here because she's my vet school classmate from the proud and storied Ohio State CVM class of 2003. During vet school, Marguerite and I gathered in empty conference rooms with our friends and drew up processes and differentials on blackboards. Yes, blackboards, to study for exams. We would spend some unforgettable times on clinics together, particularly on food animal. After graduation, Dr. Gleason had the good idea to move to North Carolina and has been practicing in the Charlotte area for over 2 decades. She is an expert in veterinary dentistry and oral surgery, has been a practice owner, and has long been involved in the NCVMA. Outside of work, she spends time traveling the globe with her 2 sons. Dr. Gleason, it's great to have you. Yes, we'll let you kind of do line by line. Okay.
I am so delighted to be able to read the veterinarian oath to all of you for the first time. So may I have all graduates and all veterinarians in attendance please stand and raise your right hand. Being admitted to the profession of veterinary medicine, I solemnly swear to use my scientific knowledge and skills for the benefit of society through the protection of animal health and welfare, the prevention and relief of animal suffering, the conservation of animal resources, the promotion of public health, and the advancement of medical knowledge. I will practice my profession conscientiously, with dignity, and in keeping with the principles of veterinary medical ethics. I accept as a lifelong obligation the continual improvement of my professional knowledge and competence.
All right, you may sit. Well done, very well done. It is now my special honor to introduce the class speaker, who is the soon-to-be Dr. Sam Shopler, who was selected by the class of 2024 to deliver the class message. Sam is a, quote, second career student. Before starting at NC State, he was the founding member at a telemedicine company called Pet Desk. While in school, Sam served for 3 years as treasurer for the Veterinary Business Management Association. He currently sits on the advisory board for the Veterinary Innovation Council through NAVC and was recently nominated to the inaugural AVMA Task Force on Emerging Technologies and Innovation. He is authoring the 4th edition of the Blackwell 5-Minute Veterinary Practice Management Consultant chapter on introducing AI into your practice. Next year, Sam will be doing an internship at Encita Veterinary Medical Center in California. Welcome.
That never would have worked over Zoom. Pretty amazing to think that at this time, exactly 4 years ago, every single one of us was watching Tiger King and bleaching our groceries. And also prepping for our first year of vet school. We're a class of 100 individuals. We represent states and countries from all over the world. We came in with an average GPA of 3.67. We're a diverse group in so many ways, and yet, not a single one of us was accepted into CSU because we know how to deal with a global pandemic. But here we are, about to graduate through one. Starting classes online and not getting to know each other in person was pretty rough. For me personally, I just moved across the country from California and was living in my current house alone. When classes started, I put on a mask, I went to Lowe's, bought a bunch of laminated board, and made 48 square feet of panoramic whiteboard. Those times were really lonely and such a challenge to navigate in isolation. Imagine waking up, you're alone. You stay in your pajamas because you already forgot how to wear jeans. You eat your breakfast by yourself, again. But don't fret, during this isolation, you've been working, memorizing thousands of veins and arteries, origins and insertions, bony protuberances, and nerves, to the point that you're dreaming about muscle names. You log into Zoom for the start of another day of anatomy, and without fail are greeted by, "Good eye, class. Welcome to another Zuma Booma." Dr. Gerard is an example of the type of beacon our professors were during those times. That little personal touch, and definitely the wig, made such a big difference in allowing me to feel comfortable learning vet med during a pandemic. The care, transparency, sincerity, vulnerability that all of our faculty showed us throughout that time was so meaningful. I know during those first years of the pandemic, we were all adjusting how to give feedback and communicate effectively, books to read. And so I'm honored to stand up here and let each and every one of our educators know that we felt your effort and are so deeply grateful for all of you. To all the staff on campus, in the Terry Center, research buildings, barns, PCJ, Janice at the welcome desk, the Wolves Den, and every hallway between, thank you, thank you, thank you. You make NCSU one of the best places on the planet to learn veterinary medicine and should be immensely proud of the work that you do. I'm guessing you're at least a little bit proud since you're here today. Throughout our time in school, we've received so much support from our friends, our families, our colleagues, and the surrounding community in order to get us where we are now. Class of 2024, we are all about to enter the profession of veterinary medicine as DVMs. And it is my belief that as a DVM, we hold one of the most versatile degrees that one can have. And there are so many different ways that we can practice with it. Yes, I'm talking about practice. The rest of our career is going to be practice, and I can't imagine a better team than this one to start our journey with. So, before we part, I have 3 facts to leave you with. 1, all of the practicing veterinarians in the United States can fit inside of Texas A&M's football stadium. Aggies? I don't know. This is a small industry. That tells me that if the 98 or 100 of us decided to start a cheer, we could get the whole stadium to listen. Should you decide to pivot, you're most likely one call away from reaching any corner of the profession that you're interested in. That means that you are always one call away from collaboration, encouragement, and support, at least from myself, but I know of many others. So please, please, please remember that we are in this with each other. 2, we are part of the first ever class to navigate all of vet school during a global pandemic. I mentioned it before, but like it or not, we learned skills we had no intention of learning over the last 4 years. We gained adaptability, we expanded our creativity, and we accessed the comprehension of vet med in a digital world. There will be skeptics about what the pandemic will do to our readiness going into practice. But I, for one, feel like we are the best prepared to deal with our evolving profession, one that has seen an exponential increase in telemedicine, the use of AI, and of digital tools. To us, that's not scary. That's just Anatomy 2.0. 3, across all cultures, languages, and rearings, humans recognize the sound of curiosity in one another. Pretty interesting. Curiosity is an innate in humans and is the foundation of vast exploration and learning. So my plea is that we can all remember to stay curious. Not only do our clients have Google today, but ChatGPT is in their hands before every appointment. Can we encourage that client initiative in order to increase adherence for recommendations at home? Corporate medicine is gobbling up thousands of hospitals globally. Is this a chance for veterinary leaders to elevate the standard of care within those systems or to shine as independents outside of them? Technology is invading every aspect of our jobs and changing the way medicine is practiced. Are there ways that we can use this technology to make our healthcare teams more efficient and happier at work? Yes, curiosity is innate, but it is also a choice. I hope that we can all choose to be curious and ask ourselves, when we are met by the challenges that face our profession. Thank you to everyone who came to support us today. I am so curious to see what we all do and can't wait to get started. I'm honored to have been selected to represent you today. So thank you for making me face my fear of giving speeches, and I'm sorry I didn't make more eye contact. I love you all. And most importantly, congratulations on becoming veterinarians.
Thank you, Dr. Shopler. I have the honor and great pleasure of being the final speaker of the day and delivering the last official words from the college before you disband and go in so many ways. I promise to be very brief. I want to leave you with, as Sam chose, 3 parting thoughts from me as well. First, I hope you find that veterinary medicine is an amazing career. You've earned a degree that has prepared you to practice clinical medicine, perform biomedical research, contribute to global health, and assist in a public health crisis. Where you begin your career in the next few weeks may or may not be where you anticipated working when you started here 4 years ago, and it may or may not be where you will be working 5 years from now. And that's okay. Your careers may span 30 to 40 years. You have the freedom, training, and ability to change your career paths as you like. Very few of the faculty, or myself to be honest, would have ever anticipated that they would be in the career professions that they are today. It is never a failure to change course occasionally. Follow your career dreams and passions. Second, you will, for the rest of your life, be an NC State College of Veterinary Medicine graduate. You're one of less than 3,000 of some of the very best veterinarians in the world, and you are included in that. This is an elite group, but it is also a tight family. This family is here to help you. Stay in touch with each other and with us. This was more than a 4-year relationship. We are here for the lifetime. And finally, as you start your new careers, make it a habit to find time to allow yourself to celebrate your successes, big, like today, and small. At the end of a very long day, do not dwell on the things that did not go well and that you cannot change. Trust that you did the very best you could in an imperfect world. We know that you did. Find a few minutes every day to reflect on the things that did go well, or joyful surprises, or unexpected accomplishments. Seek those moments of happiness where you can. And with that, we leave you for now until we see you again. We are so proud of you. Thank you. Dr. Nelson?
We're going to close this thing out here. I would like to extend one last congrats to all of the new doctors in front of us. You are amazing. Thank you all for choosing NC State. It's been a pleasure to have you. Events like this would not be possible without the efforts of many in our college. Thanks to Sarah Ho, Dane Johnson, John Joyner, Jeff Huckle, Sarah Jane Simpsons, our student marshal, Lauren Johnson, Beck Mischel, Jacob Barker, and Alyssa Castilla Michelle, and our wonderful student services team, Melanie McKinnon, Laura Castro, Brian Meager, Adam Jenkins, Matt Bishop, Christian Jackson, Joy Strickland, Kathleen Fenner, Amy Merritt, Imani O'Connor, and Kyle Blockle. Thank you, faculty, staff, and special guests for being here. A special thank you to Laura Niera Torres and Francis de Gomez, members of our class of 2026, for providing Spanish interpretation services today. And finally, I leave you with some directions. Tomorrow morning is university commencement at the PNC Arena. Graduates, please arrive there no later than 8 a.m. The ceremony begins at 9. Please remain seated until the platform party processional is completed, and we'll be waiting for you in the lobby. And have a great evening, and congratulations to all of you.